Clean shaved now.
Yes. Well, see, ladies and gentlemen.
Hashtag shave the day, man.
Hashtag shave the day. Hashtag shave the day.
Look at this, man. This is probably the closest we can get. Like,
Yeah.
It's 28 minutes in and nobody's leading when it comes to the goal.
Wow, look at H2. He was able to secure the purple, but no more. Escaping for H2.
Hurts.
One last spell there, but of course, it won't be BenQ that is guessing where the position of H2 might be. RenAJ is still hiding around.
The thing with Mobile Legends is that if you get those ever-scaling heroes like the Alice, the Clock of Destiny, as well as the passive, one misstep from a core, from a carry, even as squishy as H2O is, without the magic resistance, he melts.
My question, by the way, is there any cap on the scaling of Alice?
I think there's no cap.
Oh my god.
If I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
in terms of the damage output, when it comes to the cooldowns, there's a cap on those cooldowns. Yes, but when it comes to the AP that you get from it, I think that it's ever scaling. I mean, the general idea of mages nowadays, it's just that it's just inflated when it comes to the Alice as compared to like a Selena. Because Selena can still scale infinitesimally, speaking, but not as inflated as Alice can do when it comes to just raw damage.
Yeah. I want to describe the situation right now for these two teams. Execration, they have to leave Zapno onto side lanes defensively. They will start taking fights 4v5 even. Right now, NXP, they know that they can still start losing team fights, even for V5 ones, but they have a very, very strong side lane pressure. They have a very, very strong split push capacity. They're all in onto Zapno.
BenQ knows what a punish if they are able to close this one out, but RenAJ is not. He's gonna hold his ground, I mean.
And magic resistance are building up onto the side of NXP.
Oh, there it is. Jackno gonna be caught now.
Yeah, he got his regeneration on. Alright, still has his immortality. Focuses onto Yawi. He tries to get the timing down. Actually, what you really need is to catch H2. H2 pokes into the side. Very ballsy plays from H2.
In comes the Avatar of the Guardian, not gonna hit on anyone, and the RenAJ wants to fight the Alice.
No more ultimate onto BenQ. They want to focus on the BenQ. NXP shows. Actually, RenAJ gets destroyed, but H2 still tries to get a timing. Was able to pop off the immortality against Etomax. BenQ is still alive, ladies and gentlemen.
Ended against RenAJ to the point where they pushed back the Ganokacha in the middle, and then he forced H2O to use the Tempest of Blades against him to hit nothing but air. And H2O all of a sudden doesn't have impact in the team fights. Big brain Benny, man.
Big brain Benny. And, you know, BenQ is just dancing around. He's actually waiting for H2 here. H2 hopefully trying to decide. Chester here will be caught. Next one onto MB. That's Jackman focusing onto the Lord. You get H2 dancing around. Jackman did saw him. They are now here. Hate is also dancing around. 3 members of NXP still gone, and the pressure established on the mid. H2, he needs to make a game-changing play here. He dances around. He is going to gamble. He has the retribution on. If H2 gets caught out, that's it for NXP. And the Lord is going to be on the side of EXE. The gamble is lost. NXP here loses their carry. Oh my god.
Mistakes were made.
I mean, that's a gamble.
That is
a gamble. The gamble is lost.
The gamble has been lost. I mean, if he was able to get the Lord, we would. I'm sure that we're gonna say that was a big brain play. But,
yes.
But if not, it's a mistake. That's the nature of a gamble. And now Execration are definitely stronger when it comes to the full team fight.
Yes. Here's the thing. We have the Lord walking in the
Malefic
mid. Yawi is doing what he can to stall. You know why? Because they want to buy some timers for H2.
And H2O this is quite 15. A long respawn timing. 15 seconds, man.
13.
They might lose this.
Yeah, we got 10 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, it all goes down to the wave clear. 8 seconds on the H2.
Where's the wave from NXP Solid? It's non-existent at this
5
point,
seconds on the H2. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lord is focusing. The third is focusing onto the Lord. That's going to be Yawi saying goodbye. No minion wave still in the mid, but they were able to secure at least a bottom lane in Hib.
And that's the top lane also in trouble now for NXP Solid. They might be too late to defend this, and they don't. They can't. They don't have the wave clear, Shinbu.
Oh my god, that's very good. He stays in the mid. H2 burns his Blade of Tempest, and that's it. That's going to be the Avatar of Guardian just to walk away. It doesn't matter, as the members of EXE, they can easily focus onto the base, and that's it. We have a game 3 as EXE takes the victory.
And through adversity, Execration will win it. They don't have the right to do so, but Big Brain Benny.
Oh my God!
The doctor is in, man.
Indeed. Indeed.
He fixed everything that's broken for Execration. The wave clear aspect, the fact that the team fights are always lost, the ever so scaling AP damage coming out from Execration made it sure that the lack of defenses, the side of next play solid is there. It's all about offense now. I mean, when it comes to the overall siege, there's not much when it comes to NXP solid. They don't have the best wave clear. In fact, they have 0 wave clear compared to what Execration has, and it only took a lot of time for Execration. It was a long time for sure. It was a long wait for Execration, but boy oh boy, did they manage to win it when it mattered the most.
When it mattered the most. That was a very good game. That was not just a good game. That was a great game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great gambles, great attempts. Whew. It's it's all heart.
It's all heart.
It's all heart there.
And you can see that the lack of, I mean, for the side of NXP Solid, they were taking this in a methodical way, and they're trying to make it. They're trying to tame themselves and try to take it in the disciplined way. But Execration says no. This is a brawl.
This is a brawl.
This is
personal.
This is personal.
This is personal. You know.
And the bigger heart wins.
Man. And the bigger heart wins. Crazy. And we are very lucky because we have a game 3.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. I hope we have a very
specific, man.
Viewership will totally blow up for this game number 2. Let's see the insights coming in from Butters.
Masaya si Ginoong Valdez sa lahat ng nangyari. We are gonna go to a game number 3, NXP versus Execration. At kung yung unang sapak ay nanggaling sa NXP, hindi hahayaan na Execration na maka 2-0 lang dito. Ang NXP, babawi sila ng suntok na sarili nila, and this is going to be our topic for this segment. What really happened there? Paano ba nawala ng NXP Solid yung kanilang lamang in the first place? First, you have to look, usually talaga ginagamit etong si Khalid to be, one of the tanks na meron tayo dito sa MPL. But the thing is, hindi kasi ganun kalawak yung pool ng tanks natin dito. Even though the high loss is there, may mga times talaga na mas magiging beneficial na kumuha ka ng mga ganitong tanks. This is a trend na sabihin natin ginagawa din sa ibang MPL countries. So this is going to be a really great talking point to delve into mamaya-maya. Papakita natin yung highlights in a bit. But right now, let's head on to the post-match data. Eto Max dito really did a lot of things para sa team niya. He really controlled etong mga kalaban. He stopped the people dito from NXP from doing whatever the hell they want. Ang kailangan natin pasinin kasi dito sa NXP is kung paano naging sobrang ganda nung kanilang positioning. H2O and Rene J, lagi silang magkasama. Lagi nilang pinupuntahan dito si Zapnu. At kapag si Zapnu naman, hindi niya nakikita kung saan nanggagaling yung mga teammates niya, that's the time where they go in and they punish him heavily. And eto this is actually a bit counterintuitive, pero kung iisipin mo, one of the things na sinabi ng isa sa mga pro players dati ng mga MOBA games is, what do you do kapag medyo na nagkalamang yung ibang kalaban? Ang sagot niya is, hayaan mo lang makabawi na sarili yung lane. And that's what they did. Hinayaan nila ni Zapnu na kumuha ng sarili niyang gold. Hinayaan siya doon. And if ever yung pressure nasa kanya talaga, hindi na nila dinivide papunta doon sa ibang mga teammates. And that led Execration into getting kung ano man yung nakuha nila dito. Looking at the turtle, wala ni isang nakuha dito yung Execration na turtle. That's the thing. Wala rin talaga kasi silang retribution dito. So you can't really say na priority ng Execration yon in the first place. But in terms of the Lord, mas madami nakuha yung NXP dito. Execration, on the other hand, got what mattered the most. The last Lord na bumasag dito sa base ng NXP Solid, and it marched on dun sa base nila, and that literally got them the win. Chester dito, I would really like to commend his playstyle kung paano niya sinuportahan yung team niya. The thing is, lahat ng vision, lahat ng posisyon, lahat ng information na pwede niya makuha dito onto the side of Execration, na bigay niya sa mga teammates niya. Although it didn't pay off in the end, but still, both of the teams dito showing us why they are the most favorite and why they are the most hyped team dito sa MPL PH. Let's head on to our highlights of the game. Kung papansinin nyo dito, ano nga ba yung pinaka-importanteng gagawin ng Execration para manalo? What is their checklist? Lagyan natin ng 4 na square dyan para cool. Hindi, joke lang. Check natin yan. They have to scale. Scaling is the thing. Nagawa ba nila to? Yes, it became a 20-minute plus game. It happened for them. Ano yung kailangan nilang answerin dito? Yung tankiness nung kabila, the sustain ng side ng NXP solid. They answered that. They got the items for it. Even though hindi nila masyado sabihin dito, binigyan ng emphasis yun nito the early game. They got what they wanted and they did great. Napil nila yung kalaban. And yung pinakahuli dito is yung Lord. That match was really set up for the last Lord fight. They couldn't really end it nung na magkabilang side, sabihin na natin. But the thing was, kahit may retribution dito yung NXP solid, you have to take notice na nung pinakahuling fight, Execration got the position sa lahat ng binato doon ng side ng NXP sa kanila, nakabawi sila, nakapag-set up sila, and even H2O couldn't really do anything. And nakita niyo naman yung sobrang taas na contest na pinakita ni H2O doon. He went in, he knew that he had the damage, he had the retribution. Hinuhold pa nga yun ni Chaknu ng matagal kasi ayaw niyang makuha lang yun basta-basta. Eto, this certain part, ang call niya dito is for them to actually collapse on H2O here kasi ang sinasabi nilang nila dito, more heroes means more chances of winning. MVP of the game, Benny Cutie. Scaled Alice dito, not really a hot commodity pagdating dito sa MPL PH, but right now, pinakita sa inyo ni Benny Cutie kung ano ba yung mga pwede niyang gawin. And looking at it, Winter Truncheon, Queen's Wings, Lightning Truncheon, Clock of Destiny, you name it, he got it, and look at the damage received. A whopping almost 200,000 damage output or damage received na nanggaling sa kanya. He really sustained through a lot, and he did really well in this game. Kakaiba ang posisyon dito ni Benny Cutie. So, ladies and gentlemen, the question right now is, sino ang makakuha netong game number 3? Pero bago tayo sumugod dyan, meron tayong giveaway codes dito na nasa baba. Ayan. Kunin nyo na yan. It will help you dun sa mga laban nyo sa Land of Dawn. At dahil madaming sumali sa ating mythical raffle draw, we do have another giveaway code na ibibigay sa inyo. With this one, meron po 20,441 people na sumali. So, malamang sa malamang, isa ka doon. So, ladies and gentlemen, hindi ko napapatagalin to. Let's head back to our casters. Kayo na muna bahala. Dalhin nyo kami dito sa storya ng kwentong to. Para mali
Game number 3. You know what makes a good story? You know? A story always follows a format, right? There is the beginning, then there's the conflict.
Rising action,
yeah,
the
and
climax.
there's the resolution. Yes. You know, we get game number 2. That is clearly
the climax.
The climax. But, you know, part of the climax, we always want a heated game number 3.
Yeah.
But, without a doubt, this is it. This
know,
is the final game. This settles everything. Because we have a 1-1. You cannot easily say that NXP landed a 2-0 against EXE. You cannot easily say that EXE landed a 2-0 against NXP. It all comes down to this. One game, ladies and gentlemen. Just one game.
Oh, man. We have officially broken a lot of records now when it comes to viewership, when it comes to the hype.
Yes.
And I like that we are granted a game number 3 for it.
Yes.
No matter what happens,
if
you're a fan of either NXP or Execration, thank your team.
And, you know, on this high-stakes match that we've seen, I'm very happy to see an MVP on an Alice.
Yeah.
On Benny Cutie on an Alice.
Went full circle now. This is season 1 all over again when Alice was the topic.
If we're accounting for the meta, Alice, those numbers are, you know, record-breaking. 192K.
192,000 damage
received. Imagine
and
that.
To go with it, 160K damage dealt. And you're gonna have to ask, what was the impact of the Alice? And your mind will always tell you, Alice is a mage. It's early game, it's mid game, blah blah. That's no close in it.
Yeah.
But in the realm of Mobile Legends, if you know your limits, if you know how impactful you can be, if you play it smart, and you know the limits of your hero, you can be impactful in any part of the game. And obviously, Alice, he wasn't there for the closeout kills. He wasn't there for the big team fights.
Yeah.
He was there for the purpose of taking down the important members of the team and dishing out the damage when it all mattered.
Yes. Making plays, surviving. He's transitioning into a secondary tank, actually. Well, most fighters kind of, in a way. But the strand of the Alice in the late game is brushes are... Does the first skill provide vision?
Yes. When in brushes, when it hits the opponent.
When it hits the opponent.
Not actual vision.
Not actual vision, right? When it hits the opponent.
That's
so
right.
there is one... that's the best part about the Alice in the late game, or considering in the late game, because if you are already tanking enough, even if you don't dish out big damage, Alice does big damage, but the problem is it is spread over time. You know, that's continuous damage. But even if you don't dish out big damage instantly, the idea of just being allowed to really sip through anyone, you know, bypass anyone in a team fight, being a tank, that's already a very
by getting harassed, especially.
Yes, I think that is a remake. You don't put.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got.
It's impossible.